I want to finish off by talking about the association, well, kind of how Keffiyeh became synonym with terrorism. So this section will once again be more video-based, but it's a simple reflection about that association. We could easily associate this kind of train of thought with Edward Said's Orientalism. For those of you who haven't read his theory, it's basically that the West constructs and defines itself against an orientalized other. So basically, what belongs to them does not belong to us, and that's how that gap is created, right? It's a lot more complicated than that, but you get kind of the gist of it. The first video is by Kaffiyeh, which is this group of like Arab Americans that kind of do spoofs and have a blog and such. And this video kind of has a spoof on this whole situation of like, you know, Keffiyeh being a terrorist.
First, they attack us because they hate our freedom. Then, they hate us more for bringing them democracy. Now, the terrorists found a new way to terrorize us. A new and scary trend started by terrorists is taking our great country by storm. From a distance, it resembles an innocent tablecloth, but it's much more insidious than that. It is the cousin of the burqa. The ominous head-to-toe covering that Arab men who hate America force their women to wear. Already, it's been embraced by evildoers set out to destroy us. Evil wrestlers, illegal immigrants, Arab Americans, homosexuals, metrosexuals, liberals, college liberals, liberal elites, and worst of all, liberal women who refuse to sleep with me. This new fashion trend is the Kuffiyah, and parents should fear it. It's not enough for them to teach their own kids to hate. They want to teach your kids to hate too. Already, the Islamo-fascists have brainwashed well-intentioned celebrities to spread their evil wares to our nation's youth. The Olsen twin, the other Olsen, was it? Even the fashion industry has fallen for the Islamic trap. Models who should be wearing less are now covering their bodies just as Allah wants. And among the most dangerous Kuffiyah wearers, New York hipsters. Yeah, they're cool, but their anti-American liberalism is the perfect breeding ground for Al-Qaeda scarves. This newest fashion statement may look appealing, but it's only 2 clicks away from jihad. That trendy neck scarf of today is the suffocating necktie of tomorrow's Islamic State. But how did this happen, you might ask? For nearly a century, experts have been warning of the evil effects of the Kuffiyah and what it has done to those exposed to it. 100 years ago, a gay man from Arabia took up the Kuffiyah. Or did the man with the Kuffiyah take up the gay? Our innocent women, powerless in the face of the terrorism, have long been seduced by oversexed beasts empowered by the Kuffiyah alone. Well, almost the Kuffiyah alone. Some have called it simply a bedsheet. Others have said it's warm, cozy, and comfy. But guess who else wears warm, cozy, and comfy bedsheets? The Kuffiyah has even begun to invade our food supply. All parts of a larger plot to destroy our way of life. The Department of Homeland Security wiretap recently recorded a phone conversation between us 2 Islamo-fascists carefully planning the Politicization of America. Listen.
بدي أذكرك بكرة عيد ميلاد أمك. أنا بدي أجيب البرتي وأرجعك. أنت لازم تشرب البلالين، فاهم؟ أنا بدي أجيب البلالين، أنت تجيب البلالين. وأنا ليش البلالين عظيم؟ أنا بدي أجيب بعدين، أنت تجيب البلالين، أنا بدي أجيب البلالين. الحيوان كان هلا أنت اشتريت رجعك. جيبه. أنا بدي أنت واحد ثانية.
Terrorism experts suspect has been able to evade authorities by assuming different names and identities. According to federal officials, it has also been known to go by the names Hatta and Shimag. Our nation's latest high-tech data mining systems are no match for this elusive enemy. It is well documented that the Kuffiyah morphs into different forms to evade detection. Look familiar? It is only the name America. Like a sleeper cell, it adapts to new environments. This godless, Darwinist being devolves into different styles and shapes, taking on characteristics of the host, blending in, making it near impossible to distinguish its terrorist origin. So America, are you prepared to deal with this threat? I recommend you acquire the following items to prepare for the invasion of the Kuffiyah.
This combined production has an underrated budget.
Is the Dunkin' Donuts controversy. That was basically, Dunkin' Donuts had a celebrity wearing like a white and black scarf, but it really wasn't a kaffiyeh at all. And then there was Michelle Malkin, who's like a writist on Fox News, wrote this huge blog about how it was a kaffiyeh and that Dunkin' Donuts was like a terrorist organization and everyone should boycott it, and it had like a huge impact. So, and then she was calling it like hate couture and like all this stuff. So hate couture. Etc. I won't show you the other video. I kind of wanted room for discussion, but I think I like monopolized the whole workshop. I think what I want people to leave with is that the kaffiyeh is like wrapped in the forces of globalization, and at the same time it's grounded in the struggle between East and West. Without this encounter between East and West, kaffiyehs would not symbolize Arabness, but various regionalisms and statuses, etc. And also without this encounter, there would be no Palestinian resistance, or at least not the way we know it. And there would be no war on terror, or anti-Arab racism, etc. So they're all kind of tied in together. Yeah.
I think the next workshop just starts at 4, so I think we still have an hour.
But I don't want to take away on your like break time.
Yeah.
People who want to talk, and like we can stay around and talk after. Okay. It's pretty much done. I think that
Do you want to show a little video?
if you just like Google Rachel Ray Dunkin' Donuts,
Oh,
you'll see.
okay.
Yeah, Rachel Ray.
Isn't she like a color or something?
Yeah, she is. She's doing the commercial for Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, and she's not. Okay.
I think I wanted to have a discussion more around as radical activists, if you define yourself that way, how do we express anti-war sentiment or solidarity without, buying into cultural appropriation and corporatization? I said that right? Yeah, cool. So that's kind of the discussion I wanted to open on, but also like any pictures specifically like struck you and you wanted to talk about them, or if anyone else wants to talk about anything else, that's also like open. The line is thin, right? But anyone wanted to bring up anything? Or if you don't, we can go back to that like messed up picture that I put on there. If you remember. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. Your workshop is like, the layout is really cool.
I kind of had a discussion with my friend about this, because I mean, it's so many things at once. Does anyone have any thoughts about it?
Did you edit this picture? Or was
No, it was on the blog talking about the Israeli Keffiyeh. It's not actually like a promotion of the Israeli Keffiyeh, but it was one of the pictures that was on the blog, and I found it really interesting.
Is that the Israeli Keffiyeh?
No, she's wearing a regular one. Oh no, that's the one. Yeah, it's blue at the bottom. They look exactly the same, except if you look closely, like they're actual stars, like you've seen in other pictures.
Oh, okay.
We have different colors as well. Yeah. Anyone have any thoughts about the picture?
What was it taken for? Is that like a fashion shoot or what?
No, it was, I guess someone modified it. It was on the blog that spoke about the Israeli Keffiyeh. But I think
What was the context behind why that picture was
so
taken?
can we like speak slower?
Thank you. Yeah. I was just wondering why that picture was taken. Is it?
Well, that's kind of what I want us to discuss, because I mean, I kind of contextualized what the Israeli kaffiyeh means. But I think I find that picture says a lot about conquest and colonization and appropriation. And I wanted to know what people thought about that.
And sexism.
Pardon?
And like just sexism in general, and like some naked woman with a kaffiyeh in her head.
And we're just like gathering. Yep.
I don't know, the image seems like really sexualized, almost like to go with the Israeli kaffiyeh to appeal to Western markets and sort of thing, which totally flips like the culture upside down.
I would agree, it kind of makes colonization look sexy, you know, like when you, and it's almost this sort of, I guess they're trying to put a picture of like a naked woman and contrast that with like this idea that, you know, Arabs are backwards and all the women have to cover up and like, look at us, we're so cool, we're taking this symbol of what people think is an Arab thing and we're like making it hot and sexy, you know. Is that too fast? So, yeah, it's almost like a, I don't even know what the word is, but like trying to contrast, it's like a racist sort of image.
Yep.
I think this image takes the whole concept of appropriation, colonization, objectification to a whole different level. Like there's so many things like the appropriation of women's bodies, the colonization of bodies and objectification of it, and of the symbol itself. It is objectified, and I mean, what is supposed to be a symbol of resistance has become a fashion item, so that's an objectification of what is already an object. I don't know if you see what I mean. And so there's so many colonizations in this image.
Yeah, they're kind of layered. And also, like, if you look at colonization theory, like, women's bodies have been used, you know, through any conquest, kind of like to demasculinize or whatnot the opposition. And I find that the star on her crotch is basically like a symbol of that. Like, the appropriation is symbolized by the conquest of women, or the colonization is kind of reflected through "we got your woman too" type of thing. So, and someone brought up the fact that it was like kind of directed towards the West, which, if you contextualize it, is like Israel's new thing right now, to the point where, you know, they're pro-gay and they're multicultural and they're environment friendly, and like this message is never like stuck in you know, just Israel. It's like this agenda to promote these kind of things.
I was going to say that I think there's this sense of dislocation also. This photo, as you see the Keffiyeh, being like a place where people who have been completely dissipated across the globe for generations and have this identity of displacement to the very core, and this like desire to go back home, but not being able to do that. And having the Kuffiyah being that place where people can connect wherever they are, and then it being on like a naked, colonized body that's militarized and sexualized is just like this complete dislocation of what it came to.
Big bust. Probably stop. Does anyone else have anything to say? I'm sorry I cut out the discussion, but I'll be around though if people want to talk.